Hi, I'm Jonas from Whole Body Chiro. If you're struggling with a pinching shoulder whenever you go forward to grab something, or reaching overhead is really painful and sore for you, then this exercise I think is going to work great for you. I've had a few of these episodes in the past myself, and I found if I do these exercises regularly throughout the day for a few days, I can get on top of it really quickly. So if you start to look at what tends to happen in the front of the shoulder gives that pinching sensation, is when you lift your arm can only move so far before the humerus here hits this bony prominence, the acromion process, like that. And as they clash together, you're pinching some structures in between here. So you have your subacromion bursa that often gets inflamed, and then you have your supraspinatus muscle that runs from this red part here to that blue tip up the top there. So as they contract together, it's going to help to lift the arm there. So for that to not pinch, a few things need to happen. First of all, as you start to get close up here, the shoulder blade needs to be able to pivot out of the way. So for that to happen, it's important to have relaxed muscles that hang the shoulder blade up on the spine. So you have your rhomboids in here, and you levator scapula up there. So as the shoulder blade, as the arm hits that end point where the shoulder blade needs to start to move, these muscles need to be relaxed and allow that to pivot out of the way. Now, if you have issues in between your shoulder blades and your spine, so it's inflamed and sore there, that can cause the rhomboids to lock up, or if there's issues in the upper neck, the levator scapula can sort of be on guard and tight and stop that ability from the shoulder to pivot out of the way. So first of all, to get on top of this, you want to address your spine and make sure that's healthy and well functioning. You also want to make sure that you have a good posture, because if you look at this, if the shoulder blade is rotated back and down and your posture is open and relaxed, then as this slide back down that way, you have more space to lift the arm up between these two bony prominences here. There's sort of a bit of a gap that allows it to move further. But if you slumped forward, or you're tight and hiked up your shoulders like that, the slide on rib cage over like that, then you're much more likely to get that pinch as you lift the arm. Now, if you've had these issues in the past with your posture and tension in the muscles that hangs up the shoulder blade on the spine, and you already caused a lot of damage to this area, often what you end up seeing in the supraspinatus tendon from repetitive pinching and crushing and damage and inflammation, you get laid down of collagen fibers to try to strengthen that tendon, so start to thicken and get these disorganized collagen fibers that go in all different directions that makes the tendon very stiff, rigid and unhealthy. So to get those collagen fibers to reorganize in a healthy direction, in the direction of the tendon, and be more supple and healthy the way it's supposed to, the way we achieve that is by stretching and strengthening the muscle. So let's start with stretching. The problem with stretching the supraspinatus tendon is that it stretches by your arm moving down like that, but it can only move a very short distance, and then your arm hits your rib cage and your torso, and you can't really stretch it very much. So the way to get around that is to internally rotate the arm like that, so then it has to go longer distance to bend around the corner like that, and then extend the arm back. So if I were to show it here with this rubber band, feed it through, so it goes in this little tunnel through like that, and then it attaches up the top here. So if we bend down that way, we can only stretch it a little bit, but now if we internally rotate it and then extend the arm back, you can see how much that stretches that muscle. So the way we can do that is by doing sort of a tabletop position like this, where I internally rotate arms, so the fingers are pointing towards my toes or in towards my belly button. And make sure to straighten the elbows fully. Push my hips up as high as I can and try to keep my chest a bit proud. And from here, I'm shifting my center of gravity down towards my knees. You can either just hold it there for 20 seconds or do some sort of pulses like that. Another option is to do it with exercise band. So this is attached fairly high. So from here, once again, internally rotate the arm. Try to keep my chest tall and high, so not hunched forward, to really get that arm pulling up behind me. Get the stretch, and from there can engage and push. Do a bit of strengthening as well. But really focusing on the stretching aspect of it, of letting the arm pull back there. If you wanted to emphasize the strengthening more than just the stretching, the muscles used to lift the arm out to your side. So you don't go straight to your side, maybe about 30 degrees forward. You can use a weight like this, thumb pointing up, and lift maybe to 90 degrees or just past. You could do it with a rubber band as well. So once again, thumb pointing up, get your lift, and back down. If the muscle has been damaged from all the injuries, don't go too heavy, just frequent exposure, and gently load it, and just give those collagen fibers a reason to want to reorganize into better direction, and slowly exercise that muscle back into health and good function and good strength. So try it out, start gently, go frequent, and assure you will recover a lot quicker from pinching issues in your shoulder and getting that supraspinatus muscles back to good health and function. So try it out and good luck.